Hey, what's up, Empire fans? We are back, and I'm so excited. We're here with Season 5, Episode 10, My Fault is the Past, so don't go anywhere because we have a lot to talk about.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Woo! We are back, guys.
We are in the house.
How does it feel to be back?
It feels amazing.
It feels so good to be back. I'm so excited, but I feel like we have to take kind of a turn where we're about to go right now. So if you guys are,
you know why.
You know where we're going with
why.
this. But if you guys are just now tuning in, I am your host, Chellz Everette, and I'm not by myself.
What's up, my beautiful people? It's Danny Royce here.
And Trai on the ones and twos.
Now, guys, we usually go into our news and gossip more towards the end, but what we're going to get into right now, we have to talk about it, right? It's so time sensitive, and we have so... I don't even know where to go with this, guys, but we have so much to unpack in regards to everything that's going on with our favorite Jamal, also known as in the streets right now, his government, Mr. Jussie Smollett.
Rest in peace, Jussie. Rest in peace.
It's not rest in peace yet.
All right.
So because I feel like I'm on the opposite side of what's going on right now, I really want to hear you guys' take because I'm personally waiting for him to be vindicated. So I don't know how you guys feel. So I want to hear your opinions first because I feel like mine is a little different.
Go ahead, ladies first.
Okay. I feel as though this situation is so outrageous that it's almost like he has to have been set up. You know what I mean? Like
So my question is, I'm sorry to interject. Do you think that he lied?
I think he was set up.
Okay.
I think he was told to say something and he did what he was told.
Okay.
But all the proof, I'm sure you guys are out there right now like, what the hell? But like all the proof is saying that he is wrong. He's just completely by himself. But I think there is definitely someone else who put him up to it. And he's basically the scapegoat. That's how I feel.
He's a scapegoat.
Yeah. When that first came out,
That's a
daddy for you.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
When it first came out, I was in disbelief because I'm like, for one, all right, being from Chicago, right, where he got abducted.
So you had
allegedly.
a visual of
I had
where
a
it was.
visual.
Okay.
They said across the water town. I'm like, okay, I know exactly where that's at. It's in Gold Coast in Chicago,
which is not
like the
sketchy
Beverly. It's like the Beverly Hills of Chicago.
So it's not sketchy.
It's not sketchy at all.
Okay.
And so for one, I'm like, okay, if this really did happen, it would be on camera. And then also, I don't see too many people walking around with MAGA hats, nooses, and bleach. I don't know. I don't see that happening on that side of town. Plus, it's 20 degrees below out there.
Yeah.
So it just didn't really add up to me. So I was like, maybe something happened. Like he actually was going to meet someone up and something happened, blah, blah, blah. Who's out at 2 a.m. in Subway? I don't know. Leaving your 5-star hotel. So all this stuff was just like going through my head, right? Don't sound right. So, but then after everything started revealing itself and stuff started coming out, the check, blah, 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 personal trainer, this and this, I was just like, okay, there has to be something underlying, like a power that's holding everything, that's really like
pulling the strings.
Exactly. Framed Jussie, or something that he didn't want to do. We all know how Hollywood can be. Something that he didn't want to do, that they're holding something above his head, and this is like the ultimate pay. Or basically, I definitely believe he's lying, or he had lied about something. Definitely, because I think either to save his own tail or someone's own tail, or whatever the case may be. But I think he lied about something. I think he is innocent. I don't think he like orchestrated this whole thing because it's just stupid. First of all, and just he's from a family of advocates, so it's just like it doesn't make sense. I think he's smarter than that, but he's mixed up in something where he can't go left or right. But only to prove his innocence.
Now, do you think this was for the fame? Because I watch Wendy Williams. I love Wendy Williams. And Wendy Williams actually said that she believed that he did lie. And it is because maybe not necessarily for ratings, but, he has a music career coming out and that he basically wanted more attention, like in that regard. I don't feel that way. I don't even know why Wendy would feel that way. Yeah. But I don't think he needed any more publicity than he already did. Yeah. But according to a lot of people, based on what I see on social media, they feel like he did need more publicity. But Empire's a huge show. It's been running. He's been doing great. So I don't see why he would want to do something for more fame, especially being the fact that his family, they've been on TV since they were like kids.
Right.
So he's a legendary family. I don't see why he would need to do it for any more exposure. So here I am on my soapbox, and I'm ready to talk about my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel that as people, sometimes when it comes down to the media, we can be like sheep. And the more information kept coming out, the more it kept retracting at the same time. So we seen the checks, and the next thing you know, they were saying, okay, the checks were not for, it was for personal training. It wasn't to be attacked. And then, all this information kind of kept unraveling. And the whole time, even when I saw his mugshot, I said, that doesn't look like a person who is convicted or feels upset. That looks like a person who is in total disappointment, disbelief that we all turned on him like this. Like, even in the mugshot, he was looking like, y'all, like
come
really?
bail me out.
Yeah, like really,
I did the steps.
You know what I mean? Like, seriously, like, you guys are believing this, because we were just, I feel like we were like puppets. Like, we were pulled, like, okay. And the day that it happened, it was so huge. Even Ellen was tweeting about it. Like, everybody posted about it, like, justice for Jussie. Like, this is crazy. This is this and this and that. But what was sketchy to me is that the first day that it happened, he did post a picture. Well, Lee Daniels posted a picture of a FaceTime. All Jussie had was a scar. And then the next week, he was already out performing. He called himself the gay Tupac. He said his ribs weren't broken.
I retract that statement.
Right.
Which I'm
like,
sure
come
the
on
LGBT community is like, wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute.
I mean, let's
Tupac
not go
even
that
rolled
far.
over a little bit. Was like, wait a minute.
I mean, Tupac got shot 9 times. Didn't die. Let me see you next to Trai. Did I cry? Hell no, not a tear shed.
Come on.
That's what Tupac said.
Right, exactly.
But Mr. Smollett was just
with the cut.
He got
the little cut.
Did he get shot on Empire? Maybe.
He did
He
get
got
shot.
pretend shot.
No, he got shot, and I was devastated on that. But I'm saying that to say that I don't want to stay on it too long because we do have to talk about the episode because the episode was great. I'm saying that I believe that he will be vindicated. I believe that he does play an innocent part in this as far as the whole orchestration.
Right.
I do believe he lied about something. I don't know what he lied about. But I do, you guys, I'm gonna say dudes, but you guys, dudes. No, but I have been on this case. I felt like a real Sherlock Chellz. Like, I was like up in the middle of the night, like, no, peace and clues together.
Right.
I'm on everyone's pages. Like, like, how can I figure this out? And I don't know what it is because no one really knows, but I do know that throughout the case and things were coming out in the media, I felt that it was all orchestrated, and I felt that somebody was lying, and I felt like Jussie was done a disservice. So whoever put him up to this, or whatever he did it for, it completely backfired, and it was a disservice. And I can even take Jussie lying about getting jumped, but when you implement MAGA. When you implement a noose, when you implement bleach and all those things, because it was so cold that if he would have threw bleach, it would have froze like mid-air. That's how cold it was.
Most likely, yeah.
And the problem that I had with it, especially him lying, going to the extent of MAGA, is that you have people like Trump who tweeted about it, like, see, guys, like, he lied, like, like the MAGA, like, we're real victims, you know what I mean? And it's like, that, to me, is where I had a problem with it, when you have the president who's known for heinous things, now feeling like he has some sort of ammo to say, we are the victims and so forth. But,
those supporters also, BLM, LGBTQ, all the, like, you're just all of them, they because they had the faith, and the people were going on marches the next day and all that stuff, and then once this stuff came out, they're like, but I think after, behind every crime, behind every like real orchestrated event like that, which this was orchestrated, there's just someone in the back chilling. Out of media's view, out of storylines, out of everything, because all the spotlight is on them. But what I do want to do real quick is just, so I interviewed Leah Daniels Butler on my show Inside the Actors Studio, and we talked a little bit about Jussie, and I want to just play what she had to say.
Way to plug your show, Danny. Let's watch.
Because here's the thing: regardless of who it is, if you have a friend that's in trouble or has done something right or wrong, as a good friend, if they're wrong, you're not gonna stop being their friend. You're gonna cuff them up and be like, "Yo, what are you doing? Why? Like, what's up with you?" You know what I mean? You're not gonna just be like throw the whole friend away.
Right.
You're gonna try to at least try to find out what the issue is and try to help them. You're not gonna just, or at least I wouldn't as a friend, and I wouldn't do if it was him or anybody else. I'm the kind of friend you want on your team, because I'm not gonna just. I know what it's like when you're going through something and not to have people around you or people you thought were your friends disappear.
Exactly.
In the time that you need them the most. So yeah, that's just my take on it. And
Well, I thank you for that. Yeah, so I think exactly what you said, like people disappeared and stuff. So like those who are true friends and, you know, supporters of his will have his back. And if he does come out like on the wrong side of things, they're like, you know, you stupid, but we still love you.
My thing is, who benefits out of all this? That's what I'm thinking. And maybe I watch too much Law and Order or something.
Right.
But that's what I'm sitting at home playing detective like you, Chellz. Like, who benefits from all this? And the rumor on the street was that the Empire was reaching their 75th episode, right?
Okay.
And in order for you to get to that 100th episode, which is what? Syndication, right?
Yeah.
They needed some type of scandal because Empire's numbers were dropping. Now, I don't know if it was just, you know, like my mind thinking like that.
don't know.
So that's why I
such a
said
risk.
skate and then goat. The two words,
Skate and go, yeah.
Because at this point, Empire needed something. It's bigger than Jussie. It's bigger than
It's
just
gotta
the
be.
cast. It's
It's
bigger
gotta
than
be.
Cookie. You know, Terrence Howard is not going to do it.
Yeah.
You know, Taraji's not going to do it. She has 10 million shows on. So they go to the most lovable character, the one you want to believe the most.
He's gay.
Yeah, he's come
black.
on. Yes.
They're like, this is gonna work out
saying?
perfect. He's a
Right.
singer. Everyone loves him. We wouldn't care about Hakeem like the honestly.
Right.
Yes. You know,
Honestly.
boom,
It's
boom,
true,
boom,
though.
boom.
Not
It's
like that.
we
We
don't-
wouldn't care.
He's got history, the family, everything.
Andre plays a great role, but would we really care?
Nope.
Not really.
Jussie is the most. I think
Lovable
we can
character.
agree on that.
Yeah.
Jussie is the most lovable character, the most innocent, the most pure, and then on top of that, he's kind of like. I don't know how to. Let me see how make sure I say this the right way. But he's like that character too, to where not that he has like a disability or anything, but you almost was like, be gentle with him.
Yeah.
Like he's, be sweet.
Yeah.
And I think that might be the
That's
the
true.
gay side of him. It's like, oh, don't you do that now? You know, like be nice.
Yeah, you want to be very careful.
Yeah.
Yes. And they took the most genuine, and everyone who's spoken about Jussie outside of
Yeah.
Empire has said this guy is amazing, the sweetest guy ever.
They said he wouldn't
all
lie.
all the facts say, Jussie, you are wrong, and not only wrong, but you're dumb because of the way it happened is the most ridiculous way to set up a crime. First of all, people out there who do want to do a crime, do not take an Uber from the crime scene. Let's just let's go
And
there.
this thing before we
Yeah.
get to something else, it was so stupid to me because to me my thing was if you're a criminal, right? That means you have a criminal mind. Those
Yes.
actions were not some
Right.
of someone a criminal. You wrote a check.
Yes.
You
Oh.
took an Uber. Like that's
It's
just
like, here's the proof. Find me.
Right.
There it is. Come get me.
But
It's like fingerprints. Here we go.
Yeah.
His fingerprints.
no gloves.
I know.
Right.
No mask.
He
you
was
know?
touching everything. Like
but
what?
my fault is my past.
Yeah.
So yeah, how about that? Let's go into my fault.
Yes.
My bad. I'm sorry.
I was like, wait, what? I'm like, what's about your past, Daddy?
No.
I thought he was saying that. I was like, what is
The
your fault?
episode.
I was like, give us information.
Like, you okay? What you did?
I know what happened. Now.
That's how I was like, okay, so you guys, Empire
blood
is
boiling.
back.
Yes.
Lucious, the Lyon family, they have Empire back. What are you guys' overall thoughts about that?
Man, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I know a lot of things gonna happen. Cookie's going through her little transformational stage. I'm excited for her. And I don't know. I think and Jamal finally declared he's a lion. Like it was crazy. I'm excited. I know there's gonna be a lot of drama, a lot of scandal coming up.
Now, did you guys really think they were going to lose it forever? I mean, the show was
No.
called Empire, so it's like, how did we really think
No.
they were going to drag that
Yeah,
out?
I mean they've had altercations with losing it before and getting it back and all that
yeah.
stuff. So I mean,
Yeah, I was actually tired of seeing them starting their own and
Right,
no
right.
air conditioning. I was tired of seeing the struggle. So I'm happy that the king and queen are back on the crown. I mean, on the
Yes.
throne at this point.
It was such a struggle. I hated those episodes.
It was hard to watch.
And it was hard to
watch.
see them get outwitted like that. Like every time they were about to sign a new artist, it was like Empire came back and like took them. I
Right.
was like, okay, I like to see you guys lose a little bit, but this is a little bit much. You know, it's like
too much.
Y'all dragging this out now. It's like, okay, get Empire back and let's move forward with
Right.
some new crazy issues.
Yeah.
And now the craziest issue is Kingsley.
Yeah.
The craziest.
And I don't know if you guys agree, but it seems like they're building up Kingsley to be the most threatening foe of
Yeah.
of the series. You know, they're like, oh, you've never met a boy scorned because of no father, or something they said in the episode, right? They're really trying to make him to be this big villain.
He's a villain, but I mean, he's a really soft, and
He
it's
is.
just really somebody who wants their family.
right.
You just want to
He's got daddy
Yeah.
issues. I mean,
That's
it's
exactly
really
what he has.
it's a villain that has a broken heart. Mom was really not there. His dad's not there. Didn't want him. So, I mean, he just found this love and passion for making everyone suffer because he suffered.
Likes it, boy,
That's
right?
his whole thing. That's what drives him.
They should implement like some sort of therapy session on one of the seasons
Right.
with all the family.
Oh my God, why haven't they had why haven't they put the
They
therapy?
should put therapy, but I feel like if they did the therapy, the therapist would be like somebody who wants empire.
Yes.
Oh my
You know,
God.
it would be like a twist,
Always
like
some type of twist.
getting information. Just that should be in predictions, but that'd be good though.
Hey,
They
there
just
you
like
go.
get information and then they flip on them, but that's another time. And
So much scandal.
It's so much scandal, but that's why we love it because the show has so many cliffhangers, so much scandal,
Yeah.
so much stuff that we try to piece together. You know, with all our conspiracy theories and
Right.
thoughts. And Jamal and Kai are broken up.
Jamal and
Hi,
Kai.
Kai.
Hallelujah. I was
Yes.
saying bye Kai
Yeah.
last season, the whole season, because I was tired of Kai. Are you
Yes.
guys happy that they're broken up or?
I'm happy that they're broken up, but I think Kai was the best thing for Jamal.
Do you?
I do because I mean, he just at the end of the day, he's a lion, obviously, but I think he's not like them. Like Kai said, he's not like the rest of them, and he really isn't. Unless he gets pushed to a certain degree, but
That's good. Stay right
Yeah.
there. So how much of Jussie do you think is in Jamal? I'm going somewhere
Oh Lord.
with this. You said if he gets pushed, then what?
hey,
wait a minute.
hey,
I'm just
What?
saying.
Wait a minute.
hey, that's why I don't put anything past anyone.
Just saying. He comes from a big family, just like on Empire.
And a celebrity family.
Yeah,
You mentioned that.
celebrity family, yep.
But okay, I'm sorry. So you said you like them apart, or you think they should be? You say he's the best thing for them.
He was the
For him,
best
I'm
thing
sorry.
for Jamal, but I mean, for the show and for entertainment purposes, yeah, they needed to go. Kai needed to go, for sure.
Jamal needs another Cookie. He needs to date a man like his mom. If that makes sense to anybody out there.
Someone to sit him down or what?
Yeah.
Well,
Put him in his place.
strong,
Yeah.
a little street smart, willing to get her hands a little dirty, and all about the music.
His dad is like that.
Well, he needs to date a man like his father.
There you go. Yeah, I was gonna say there you go. I might as well just
A
say.
man like his pops.
But do you want it? I don't really know.
I don't think
don't
that
think
would
so?
work out. No.
Because that family is hard to
They'll be
deal with.
fighting all the
Anybody,
time.
like
Yeah.
anybody with a conscience though, can't deal with that family.
No, that's what I'm
He's like
saying.
a little bit grimy.
That's true.
And why does
That's
it
true.
seem like Jamal can never keep a man? I don't understand.
Give him a break, Lee. Write him a good. Well, I guess you ain't gonna write nothing else. Never mind. I guess
That
you're not
makes
gonna
me
write nothing else.
sad. That makes me sad.
All night it's gonna be like this.
I'm about to say,
I hope y'all
give
ready.
him-
Because
You guys, that's sad. So
Right,
if you want
I
to know what
know.
her joke was about, it was about because I'm like Team Jussie Smollett.
Right.
It was about him being written off the last 2 episodes.
Well, I
Yeah.
meant to say write him a good scene, but it's okay.
it's really
yeah,
it's
yeah, I
done.
forgot.
It's
I can't wait
edited. It's
to
sound.
Jussie come back and gets vindicated, and I hope he flick everybody
Hey,
off.
that'd be good.
I
I'll
hope
be
he's
rooting
like,
for him.
I don't want to do it, but
All
you
I know
know,
is the truth comes out. What's done in the dark comes to light. So
No,
either
but
way,
the powers that be that did this is more powerful than Jussie. So
That's what I'm saying.
unfortunately, if it was a setup, he going down. Like, I don't know. I just think even if it was a setup, he's gonna go down still because
he's
they're
gonna
bigger.
suffer in some way for
Yeah,
sure.
they're the bigger strings.
So, how do you guys feel about Cookie going to see Tracy? And if you guys don't know, if you guys are catching up on the show, Tracy is Kingsley's mother, who Lucious used to deal drugs to her, who she became a addicted. I was gonna say a crack whore, but that's
Kind of pushing it, but maybe
yeah,
keep
she's
it real.
that's what we do on this show. We keep it real. Now, remember an episode of Martin where she was like, I keep it real. No, but she became an addiction. What's the word? She became an addict.
Addict.
Sorry.
An addict.
She became an addict, and that's Kingsley's mother again. And now she's in the hospital. She's been in the hospital like maybe her whole life.
In and out.
In and out
For
of
at least a
hospital.
Hospitals, people's houses. I mean, anything.
Yeah, so he kind of Lucious sold drugs to her, and she
Yeah.
became in this state. But in all fairness to me, Lucious had no idea he had a son. And that's not fair to me, like for Kingsley to be that upset. And then for Cookie to be upset as well. So she went to get answers. And she looked like she was relieved when she found out that it was like
Yeah.
BC or PC before. Yeah, BC. Kingsley was BC before Cookie.
there you go.
1980 something BC.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be that upset. They should have more reasons to be upset with Lucious than him having a love child before her time. I think, in a way, they're just kind of give Cookie something to talk about for this next episode. Because there's no way she should be upset. She was in prison for like 17 years for holding the bag, right? And now you're upset because he had a kid at some point. He was sleeping with baby, what is it, Boo Boo Kitty. He didn't
He
get, she
sure
didn't get upset.
was. He
She didn't get upset
sure
with him.
was. I forgot
Right?
about that.
Right. I think, first, the way Candace said, don't run from the truth, go find it. I think that was dope because we all need to do that. But
Oh, that sounds like a tattoo.
right, don't run
from the truth, go find it.
It's on the arm.
I can just see it like right here.
But I think the biggest reason why she's upset is because your mistake, Lucious's mistake, yet again, is going after her empire, and this time with a vengeance.
Yeah.
And I think she sees this threat more than any other ones being the worst. You know what I mean?
And I think it's pulling on her heartstrings because
yeah.
in that scene she said, empire was built on pain. Like we sold drugs, like we hurt people. You know what I mean? Like we put people in the state that Tracy's in. And I think it was bigger than her just saying this is Kingsley's mother. I think she had the realization that, wow, Empire is like, it's terrible, actually. What we done. Like, we weren't trying to survive. Like she told Lucious, she said that we were chasing the money. And for people that sell drugs, they do not care about, the fatalities. They don't care about the health of the person. They care about the dollar. And that's how they see it. It's like a job. So I think also, like I said, when she went to the hospital to see Tracy, she was like, wow, like, I think she was like, we're terrible people.
Right.
And she even made a little statement about women in general, how the women are left with the damages.
Yeah.
Like the men kind of plant their seeds. No offense, close your ears for a second. Men is just horrible.
No, that's
And here's why men are trash. Episode 10.
Wait a minute. No.
Because men sell drugs to women and leave us.
There you go. See?
All of them.
It was all the man's fault. It wasn't,
Wait, hold on. I got a drug deal I need to set up right now.
There you go. See? Men. Men. No. But she basically even had that little PSA moment where she was basically like, women, we're tired.
Right.
I think Cookie has seen so much at this point. She is just tired.
Cookie's
Tired
tired.
black woman.
I'm tired.
I've seen too much. Empire. Can you know? I like that. Empire is a terrible place.
Everything you've done to me, I already.
Get back, Lucious.
I can't. Y'all crazy.
I know I didn't change. Go ahead, sis. I got you.
I may be black. I may be but dear God, I'm here.
I'm here.
Cookie had a color purple moment.
Yes.
She did.
And I was just like, oh.
She's doing her little transformational phase though. Like
She's
she
tired.
had that speech,
Yeah.
that
But
dope
do
speech.
we want Cookie as a motivational speaker though? No.
I want to see a little bit every now and then. I think it's good contrast for her character because she's like dealing with, her love for Empire, and she's dealing with like, wow, Empire is not really good. Like, so it's this fight she's having within, and then she hates Lucious. I mean, I think it's good.
Could you imagine the writer's room? Okay, Cookie, so we made some changes to your character. We're making you a little bit more positive this season.
Yeah.
We're going to give you some speeches.
Less fight scenes.
It's in right now. It's in
Yes,
Cookie.
It's so in right now. It will help us with the whole Jussie thing.
Right.
Exactly.
We just need to do a spin on the show.
Yeah.
So don't worry. But
scandals off the air. We're losing some of our positive role models. So now we need that. We need more. What's her name?
Carrie Washington.
Carrie Washington.
We need more Carrie Washington.
We need more
Olivia Pope.
Olivia Pope.
Olivia
There you go.
Olivia Pope and less.
I don't
Come on,
know.
guys.
Less Cookie, I guess.
Okay, less Cookie.
Less
All right, there we
Cookie.
go.
That's what I was going to
More
say.
Olivia Pope and less. No, because even on How to Get Away with Murder, she's a good character.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Viola
that.
Davis,
Violet.
I
Yeah.
can't say her.
So I don't know who's like a
Villain.
yeah.
Maybe Catwoman from
Antagonist.
Halle Berry and Catwoman. I don't know. I'm gonna throw it way back. I don't know.
I mean, to bring it on a more sad note, I guess a softer note. Let's talk about Lucious's crying scene though. It deserved an Oscar itself. And then when the tear dropped,
She went crazy.
Yeah, you went crazy.
I said, Lucious is crying.
Yeah.
In that scene when Kingsley has his phone, he has his masters in there, and we guys all know in the music industry how important masters are. You lose those, you lose everything. So Kingsley is basically deleting them one by one.
Is it really that easy though? That was my question.
With his whatever he set up, he had, I guess, that app or something.
It
Like,
gotta be.
okay,
Just on your phone, you can delete masters.
we'll go with that, Kingsley.
yeah. I mean, I would expect him to have like a laptop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Something, a big
It's on
database.
auto too. He was like,
Use a regular iPhone. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like, come on.
swiping each master, delete, swipe, delete. And
Like-
then I'm also
like
going
it's
to
on
the
Facebook.
deleting and deleting the deleting.
Yes.
Just to make sure.
And then he went to recently delete.
Right. I went to my recently deleted
Deleted
to
and
make sure you
deleted
don't
again.
have it.
Oh, man.
But
What's going on?
in that scene, he was deleting his masters, and they had like it was a great scene to me because
Yeah.
it was a father and a son, and Lucious had a heartfelt moment, basically expressing to Kingsley like, had I known you were my son, you know, I would have been there, and I really believe that. Because out of everything, even though Lucious is kind of who he is, I really think he loves his sons. And I don't think he doesn't give me the type of man or father that really would leave a kid behind if he knew that. Now, would he have got Kingsley and been very cruel and mean to him? Probably.
Think so?
But he would have gotten him, though. You know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't be a deadbeat father. So that scene was really a really great moment because you get to see both of them be vulnerable.
Right.
You get to see Kingsley be vulnerable. You
They
get
both
to see,
cried,
yeah, they both were crying. Honestly, though, I think Lucious was crying because his masters. He was his masters. But what do you guys think about that scene?
I love the scene. I
You
thought
being
it
an
was
actor, and what's the name of
Right.
your show
All right.
on?
inside the Black Actor Studio.
So we're inside the Black Actor Studio, kind of.
Kind of.
plug it, plug
What's
it.
up, guys? We're right here. Another beautiful day now. Which comes on tomorrow if you want to check it out.
Oh, plug. Another shameless plug.
He's so smooth with
Yeah.
it. This is-
So smooth.
I
Gotta
was
be.
a PA assistant for a week. Can I come on Inside the Actor Studio?
Yeah, we'll definitely have you in the background, like back here.
When I
You be
grabbed
like,
those
hey,
cookies,
guys.
when I grabbed those cookies, it was. I really prepared
It
for
was
that.
everything to me. Is how you grabbed it. No, but seriously, what were you saying though? I'm
I
sorry.
was saying it's such a fun show.
Oh, the
about the
scene.
scene. Like,
Yeah,
how'd you
so-
feel about it? I want to know your perspective, even from being an actor yourself,
Yeah.
and how you felt about it.
Well, I love Terrence Howard as an actor as well. He
Mine.
takes his
You my son, mine.
right. He takes his craft very, very seriously. But yeah, I love the scene. It was believable. It had a touch of humanity in there from both sides, vulnerability. It was, we were, as a viewer, definitely seeing it like a father and son. It was just really that simple. Now you started to dig deeper, and I think the tears were real. I think came from a real place in Lucious's heart. But he's a pathological liar. So also, I think it was a mixture of feelings where, oh my God, my life is getting deleted. And what do you mean? I would have definitely taken care of you. Like, it was a mixture of all that that just really bust him down. But I think the music obviously was everything to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he probably would have, I don't know, if he did know Kingsley was out there, not sure if he would have, I think he would have definitely taken him in. But he would have always been an outsider. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not Cookie and Lucious' son.
True.
And I
Even the
think
kids he raised was outsiders.
Right.
Andre was an
Yeah.
outsider because of disability. And,
exactly. So I think it would have been even worse for Kingsley if he found Lucious earlier. Honestly.
Yeah. you lucky, Kingsley.
Honestly, he probably would have been dead by now.
No, he probably would have. He probably had to like sell drugs or something. We don't even know.
I don't even know.
I think that question is like basically, what does Lucious love more, family or his music?
Yeah.
That's the big toss up. His music, was he crying because he was sad that he was going to lose his masters, which was poorly protected, by the way?
Right.
Or was he
Really was.
or was it about him having his blood in front of him and this whole idea of not being able to raise his own blood?
Speaking of blood,
Yeah. Oh,
Andre's nose.
Yes. Good
Come
segue.
on, segue, sis.
Come on.
Segway shells. That scene though, I really thought, okay, so the way it was set up, I thought they were gonna get in a car accident. But she was like, oh, you have a nosebleed, and then it was like,
And it was like, no, it's bleeding a lot.
I was like, this is disgusting, but yet I'm intrigued.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm really nervous because if anything happens to Andre, it's like I'm always on the edge of my seat because we need Andre. Like
Right.
he is the brains of really the brothers
really is the best.
operation. And
Number one son.
He
Cookie
is the
called
number
him.
one son. She did call him that, and that was a little favoritism, but that's the
About time
But-
though. He's been the bastard
He
for a
has
long
been,
time.
yeah.
He has in the bastard, but I'm really curious to see what happens after
Right.
this and what was caused, because we'll get into that in predictions, I guess. But I don't like to see Andre hurt because he's kind of like the muscle and the brains now.
Or is it
Right.
just because his muscles you care?
Let me think a minute.
You know what I mean?
Kudos
He
to
is a Viking.
what's her
Probably.
name? What's his girl's name? I forget.
Carrie.
Carrie. Kudos to Carrie for putting that car in park and getting it to safety. I was like, oh,
I would have done that.
Yeah.
Man, you're
Right.
bleeding. I'd have been like,
through a four-way intersection. I was like, what?
But just hands up, we go straight through all. Woo!
I don't know what I would have done, and that's
Yeah.
why I'm not good in those type of situations. But I'm really, I want to see what happens to him.
Right.
Fine. To be honest, they can't lose more than two. They can't lose two main characters.
Right.
Even if he
Yeah.
was in the casket, I think they would have to go back and rewrite and make him come back like Lazarus.
And we're still worried about this casket.
Right.
That is annoying me at this
Still worried
point.
about
I
the
want to know
casket.
who's in there.
Right.
It's probably Lucious at this point. I mean,
what? He's watching himself?
Metaphorically, I mean, it could be
ooh, it
metaphorical.
could be metaphor. Let's go deep.
You know what I'm saying?
It's probably a metaphor.
It probably is.
For burying yourself in your soul.
Dwight.
Ooh,
Right.
that's good.
Dwight buried Lucious.
Or Jamal.
That's good. Let's get into our special segment, which is "Oh No, You Didn't."
Oh no.
Oh.
Ding, 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 ding. So, what were you guys? "Oh No, You Didn't" moment for the show?
Go ahead.
Terrence crying.
That was "Oh
And
No,
he
You Didn't."
reached over and he just touched his cheek. I don't know. He reached with a shivering hand. It was like, oh, no, you didn't. Like, no, you didn't kill that
Yeah.
scene. Maybe that's how I would put it.
Okay.
But that was my big breakout moment of the episode.
Okay.
I mean, I had two. One was like a little higher than the other one, but when Kingsley was deleting the masters, I was like, no, because I started not even caring about Lucious too much, but Cookie. I was like, no, like that's everything she worked for.
Yeah, it's true.
And then the other one when Cookie was giving her beautiful speech. And Lucious said, "Time to party," and how disgusted she was because I think what she needed to say really needed to come out, and he just stopped her. So that was my
it
"Oh
was
no, you
very
didn't."
dismissive.
Right.
My "Oh No, You Didn't" was when Tiana went to go record Hakeem and Little Miss Hot Pants.
Hey, get in there, get in
You
there.
know, was all up on Tiana's on and off again man. You know, because she was like recording like, "Oh my God," the daughter. I can't
Yeah,
remember
Bella.
her name. What's her name?
Maya.
Maya. She's like,
think
"Oh my God, Maya." No,
Bella.
the
It's
daughter,
Bella.
Bella.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bella.
Bella. She's like, "Oh my God, Bella loves when her dad dances."
Yeah, yeah.
And then it was like, whoop, homegirl swooped in, and she was like, okay.
She needed though. She was
She
messing
did
with
because
She
she
did.
was.
She did.
But it still was like, "Oh no, you didn't." That's why I'm like, girl, like, you know, she tried it.
Yeah.
So I didn't really care for that. I don't really care. I care for Tiana sometimes, but you still don't need somebody to swoop in on your man when he having a moment.
It's not her man.
Well,
yeah,
your
exactly.
man, your baby
Exactly.
father, when you
Your
having
baby
a
daddy.
moment.
I'm over Tiana.
Right, me too. Honestly,
Let's give her some time. Remember Blue Ivy? Blue Ivy. Let's
Blue Ivy.
let's give her some time, guys. Let's give it some time.
I mean, she's great to look at and to have on there, but I'm just
I'm
like,
over her.
You guys over her? Let's get into some predictions.
What's going on?
Now,
So it's 5 to 10.
predictions.
So if you guys are new here, I call myself the Empire Medium because whatever I predict usually comes to pass.
About 25%.
Okay, at least 10% of what I predict comes to pass.
She didn't say a good medium. She said a medium. No.
My prediction is that
stupid.
I'm just joking.
Andre was poisoned. Poison. Poison. Poison.
Poison. Poison. Oh,
Okay,
we're not
that's my
gonna do it.
prediction.
Okay.
Andre was poisoned.
Not gonna do it. Okay.
Sorry.
I feel as though, because you know what? Maybe I'm getting a little bit out of the show, but I'm trying to make a prediction about Jussie's character, which is about Jamal.
Too soon, sis. Too soon.
Too soon?
We writing them off already?
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, do it.
I think that the smart thing to do, I'm not gonna say they're gonna do this, but the smart thing to do, we don't know what's in the casket, right? Is to put him in the casket.
Right.
And the
that's what I was
episodes that
saying.
he taped after the scandal, because think about it, let's say they did orchestrate all of this, and I'm not gonna take too much time, but they did orchestrate all of this or whatever, then the episodes he did do during the scandal while everything was unfolding could have been him coming back as a ghost. So for example, when they do the episode and the airing of him being in the casket, then he could have came back in spirit or a flashback or whatever, but he may have already been dead. Maybe?
Possibly. I like that.
Let's see. I think that I think something's internally wrong with Andre. I don't think he was poisoned. I don't think anything was maliciously done to him, but I think something's going on as far as like
His
with
health?
his health. Yes. And then I think Cookie is going to be going to start to stray away from Lucious. And I'm again, but this time it's like it's on more serious terms. And I think Kingsley is just going to be coming back and back.
You didn't want to
and
save
back.
any of these
'Cause
12 for the next episode?
No,
You just have-
no, too many. Because I want to put in Kingsley though, because he stopped the deletion thing. But I think at this point, it's about playing with Lucious. He's like, he knows the truth. Now I'm gonna just play with him and keep digging in. So I think that he's gonna keep coming back.
Well, I hope you are right. And you guys comment below what you think your predictions might be. And we're going to be back here same time next week. So make sure you guys stop by and see us again. Thank you so much. I am your host, Chellz Everette at Bombshell. You can follow me.
And you can follow me everywhere at I am Danny Royce.
And Funny Sayrie, FUNNYSAYRIE on Instagram and Twitter. And on Facebook, it's just Sayrie Comedian.
Oh, and on my LinkedIn, you can
on MySpace, my
Venmo, you can get me
my Cash App. Bye, guys. See you next week.
Peace.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.